growl and it shakes your dome. Big block, we bring the thunder. Big block, straight out of the under. Big block, tear up the clay. If you ain't built tough, better get out the way. From Brewerton down to the Port Royal gates, I'm shifting fate when I rotate plates. Got torque in the veins and hate in the dust. It's checkers or wreckers and slide we trust. I ain't here for a cruise or a cameo. I'm throwing sliders like Mario. Red flag rage when I rage the show. Tech with the flow and the wheels go roll. Big block, force and savage. Big block, dirt track havoc. Big block, hear that scream. Built not bought, it's a racer's dream. Shout out to the warriors in the pits. Wrench turners, heat burners, slide with the blitz. MDiTV, yeah, we lit on stream. When the big blocks roll, you know what it means. Dream. Shout out to the warriors in the pits. Wrench turners, heat burners, slide with the blitz. MDiTV, yeah, we lit on stream. When the big blocks roll, you know what it means. Yeah, you know what it means.
What's up, everybody? We're back into some big block modifieds here tonight at Eldora. Getting up in the session right now. We'll be in just a second. Had a little hiccup as I was trying to get into the session as I went live. It looks like the internet has cleared itself up and we are getting in there right now. Looks like it is a 5400 SOF.
You know what it means.
Should be a wild one here tonight, guys. Eldora. I'm actually surprised the count is a little bit different than what it normally is. All right. This is Top Split Official. Top Split Official is what it is. Big block opener.
Monday nights near the engines ignite. Modifieds lined up under bright track lights. Slide jobs flying, throttle down tight. It's iRacing glory, it's time to fight. Even bells up front, eyes on the prize. Damien Moore chasing fire in his eyes.
All right, these guys out on the track right now, getting ready for tonight's main event as they are out on the track. But hey, guys, let's give it a little bit of a shout out over to Felix Waugh. I don't know if you guys seen today that his family had a tragedy where their race shop and their business all caught on fire, losing a family friend. Make sure you guys have their prayers and thoughts on your mind, as they definitely need it there, as they're gonna have a long time recouping and recuperating from what happened there. Definitely a tragic situation in Quebec. Felix Waugh, definitely a hell of a guy. Always enjoyed him here on iRacing and out on the track in the Super Dirt Series. So make sure you guys keep him in your thoughts and prayers, him, his family, and the family friend, his family that lost his life in the fire. But definitely been a wild week here, a couple weeks here in the big block modifieds. It seems like that competition is getting a little bit higher as we are getting into qualifying. As Nick Brundage going to finish at the top of the charts here in qualifying. Looks like we got 23 cars. That means we are sending home 5 drivers at the end of this one as they are going to get out on the track for qualifying. Let's go ahead and pick up that best time, as it looks like Michael Hackett going to be the first one to jump out on the track. He was quick at Knoxville last week. Let's see what he's able to do. Tyler Moore, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Going to be 50 laps here for tonight's big block main event. We're going to get 2 heat races, 8 laps apiece, and LCQ. We'll see 7 out of each heat race making it into the feature. What's up, Trey? And then we will see 4 from the Consi. Oh, Hackett going to go with a 15.907, but going to get the lap there on, or get the wall there on lap number 2. Kenny Cudney, another one showing a lot of speed here lately in the number 25. Out on the track. Going to be just big block modifieds here tonight. Next week, we'll at least have supers on there. This will be the last week for the Pro Series with the tournament, as Kenny Cudney going to go second quick with a 15.976. Oh, here's a classic. It is going to be Robert Henderson out on the track right now, as Craig Croker going to go third quick. Ethan Bill out on the track right now also. Ethan should be... Been a minute since we've seen Ethan consistently. That should be a good one, seeing Ethan out there. Let's see. Robert Henderson going to be 5th quick, as Peyton Talbot going to go 2nd quick. Let's go check on Ethan Bill. Damian Ward also out on the track. Let's see. Thank you for the share, Hot Rod. Appreciate that. As Ethan Bill going to come across the line 2nd quick with a 15.924 out of Ethan Bill. Usually the second lap isn't any quicker. Swank going to go 8th quick. Who else we got out there? Nick Brundage, another one to watch in the 916. He might have just clipped the wall there on lap number 1. We're going to find out when he crosses the line. No, it is not hosted. It's Top Split Official. Top Split Official for the big block modifieds. Best time to get in a race with us is going to be the ARCA Clay Clash, our ARCA Dirt Series that we run on Wednesdays. Damian Ward going to go 2nd quick. Nick Brundage 4th quick on the boards. Look at this. We got Trey out on the track here tonight in the number 12 machine. He's going to go 5th quick with a 15.960 for Trey Pasica. Kevin Robinson, you get to jump out on the track. He's not going to make it. All right, so that is going to be qualifying, as Hackett going to be quick again and be first on the boards. Damian Ward, Ethan Bill, Nick Brundage, and Trey Pasica, our top 5 as we roll into heat races here tonight. Should be wild. Oh, you're in D class? Yeah, this is C class. F word says Laboon. Jordan LaFon out there with the F word. Where did you qualify? I didn't even see. I saw you out there, but again, guys, I just want, I just think Felix Waugh is a stand-up guy. I just want to make sure you guys keep him and his family and his family friend's family in your thoughts and prayers after that tragedy of a fire there in Quebec. Definitely a disappointment there. All right, you could jump over at Felix Waugh Racing if you guys want to give him a shout on his post. Just give him some prayers and let him know the community is all with him. Probably the best way to do it, best place to find him, I think, is probably on Facebook at Felix Waugh Racing. How are we doing tonight? Yeah, I know. This one should be pretty wild, Brady. Definitely should be pretty wild. As we get ready for heat race number 1, starting on the pole here tonight. He did it last week. Oh, he's going to be trying to stay up towards the front again here tonight. It is going to be the number 8 machine of Michael Hackett. Outside of him in the number 14 machine, he needs no introduction. He's probably got some family and friends out there in the chat. It is going to be Ethan Bill. All right. What's up, Mayo? How you been? I don't know. That is going to be a good one. But, Evan and I don't know if Evan's in it. I don't even know who's in it. tonight. All right, it's going to be Trey Pasica in that number 12 machine starting inside road number 2. The number 2 of Ryan Goffmanis in that number 4 spot. Going to be Ryan Kuta in that number 44 machine starting inside road number 3. Outside of him, it is going to be the number 8 of Jacob Cannon. Starting in 7th, it's going to be Ben Jolly with Cal Rudy in 8th. Michael Swank 9th. Matt Schaefer 10th. Robert Henderson 11th. And Kevin Robinson in that number 12 spot. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Hackett leading the way. Battle's going to be for second as Pasica up underneath Bill as they head through turn number 3 and 4. They're going to be side by side out of turn number 4. It's going to be Pasica at the line as they head into 1 and 2. What's up, Tammy? Justin out there with the Good Luck Tri-City. Tyler Welch, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Yes, it is definitely NASCAR 25. No, it's iRacing. As they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2, Bill's going to slide Pasica up underneath him. He's going to slide him out of turn number 2. Cut down by Ethan. Bill had to thread the needle. A little bit of contact there. They're going to be 2, maybe 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. What a race for second on back as Trey is going to keep it that time by. Yeah, I'd love to see Waddell do good, but he's good at Charlotte. But Majulis is going to be hard to beat, but Ethan Johnson definitely one to watch. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Hackett leading the way. Ethan Bill in his second. Jacob Cannon in third. Ben Jolly, he's got his hands full back there as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide for fourth as they head into turn number 3 and 4. And here comes Jacob Cannon in the number 8 machine. He's going to slide into second. So we got a pair of 8s up at the front, first and second, as these guys duke it out for that number 3 spot. Ethan Bill has it. Pasica trying to get there as Jolly going to roll the bottom in that number 19 machine as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Great racing here as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Phenomenal racing for second on back as Michael Hackett drives off into the sunset as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Kuta and Goffmanis going to battle it out for that 7th and final transfer spot. Oh no, Goffmanis gets into the wall. Henderson going to slide his way in as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Battle for second is Cannon going to shoot to the outside. He's going to grab the wall. Here comes Ethan Bill for the number 2 spot into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Michael Hackett with the win. Ethan Bill in second. Cannon, Pasica, Jolly, Kuta, and Henderson making it into the feature here tonight. Everybody else off into the LCQ. What a race. That was a phenomenal race. All right, let's get ready here for heat race number 2. It's going to be a familiar face up at the front of the field here in heat race number 2. Let's go ahead and pull up that starting grid, because starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2, it is going to be the number 32 of Damian Ward. Outside of him in the 916, it's going to be Nick Brundage. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 14T, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Outside of him in the number 25, it's going to be Kenny Cudney. What's up, Larry? What's up, buddy? Starting inside row number 3. I don't know what freaking number he is. I forget what number he's in it. In the number 13 machine, that's what I thought. It's going to be Aiden Hervey. Outside of him, in the number 34, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. What's Griffin doing in the 30? Is that the 34 or 304? That's a different number for him. Starting inside, row number 4 in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LaFawn. Outside of him, in the number 9 machine, it's going to be Joseph Matthews. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, in the inside of row number 5 in the number 51 machine, it's going to be Craig Croker. Outside of him, oh, there's a name we don't see often in the big blocks anymore. It is going to be the number 51 of Mason Inman. Then rounding out the field here tonight, in the number 71 machine, it is going to be Brian Orto. Looking for the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. Yeah, I saw he was. Question, are these races? This is top split openers. What's up, Braden? Desiree out there rooting for Ward. That was a wild race for second on back, though. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Ward going to grab the lead. They're going to be 4 wide for second out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Brundage looking for second, almost into the back of Ward as they come out of turn number 4. Now, Damien's out front leading the way right now as they are going to be 2-3 wide through the field as they come out of turn number 2. Battle for third with Talbot, Cudney, and Hervey into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, here comes Curtis Griffin looking to make it 4 wide. Couldn't quite put it there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Hervey going to send it in deep on the bottom. Good run out of turn number 2. He's going to drive back down the back straightaway into that number 3 spot as Griffin jumps up underneath into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to knock Cudney out of the way. Cudney going to fall back into the number 7 spot. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Aiden's got that bottom side rolling in 1 and 2. We don't really see anybody doing that as Brundage going to have a little bit of an internet malfunction as they head down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. What's up, Durkin? As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, here comes Griffin. I'll tell you what, Griffin with a little bit of speed here tonight trying to show up the field as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I got to get closer. What fucking number is on Griffin's car? Out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. This is a 304. Okay. Used to seeing him in the 22. Oh, Hervey going to get the wall. That's going to open the door for Griffin. Griffin going to dig up underneath into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Here comes Hervey back up underneath out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway going to be Griffin in that number 3 spot that time by. Hervey going to send it up into turn number 2. Slides up the track. Hits the cushion. But Griffin back down to the bottom. Takes the spot into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Talbot to the bottom side. It's a 3 wide for third out of turn number 4. White flag is out as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. It has been the Damien Ward show here in heat race number 2 as Talbot going to slide up the track. Hervey back with the cut down. Battle for fourth down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Hervey up the track. Talbot with the cut down. It's going to be Ward, Brundage, Griffin, and I don't know. I know what it says on the thing, but I don't trust it. Matthews and Orto going to be the one. We're going to go look at the official results here in just 1 second if it will. My Discord shit will get out of the way. All right, who officially got that? So Hervey and then Talbot. Look how close that was. 5/1000ths of a second. I didn't trust SDK because of that. That was a wild finish for that number 4 spot as we are going to get up into the LCQ. Looks like we got 9 drivers, only 4 of them transferring through. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, who's going to be our B main warrior? It is going to be the number 27 of Michael Swank. Outside of him, in the number 25 machine, it is going to be Kenny Cudney. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Ryan Goffmanis. Outside of him, in the number 51, it's going to be Mason Inman. Starting inside, row... Yeah, that's the name I haven't seen in a minute, too. I just realized that was... I forget what number Cal's in. We're going to go look. In the number 2 machine, it is going to be Cal Rudy. Outside of him, in the number 6 spot, it is going to be the number 51 of Craig Croker. Starting inside, row number 4. In the number 83 machine, it's going to be Matt Schaefer. Outside of him, in the 141, it is going to be Jordan LaFawn. Is he in the 141? He's in the number 15. He doesn't have trading paints on. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 60 machine, it is going to be Kevin Robinson. Let's go Swank, they said. Teenage Blood Strike. What's up, buddy? What's up? All right, we're going to be looking for the green flag. Going to be 10 laps here. Top 4 transfer through. We're about to find out what kind of race we're about to have here. This could get real wild. Nice, nice. I don't get a lot of people over on Kick, so it surprised me when I see the Kick logo pop up. I do like when I get some people over there. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Larry done went over there to Facebook now. What's up, Larry? As they head into turn number 1 and 2, green flag is out. Swank going to rip the top side. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead as Goffman is going to roll the bottom down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. It is going to be Ryan leading lap number 1 as Swank going to rip the outside. Kenny Cudney in the middle in that number 25. Great race here as it looks like Little G going to go ahead and take that number 1 spot. They're going to dig in on him in turn number 3 and 4. Kenny, keep it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Oh, might have been Swank at the line that time. By is ahead in 1 and 2. You could throw a blanket over just about everyone but Croker as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Goffmanis going to slide up the track. Look for the cut down by Swank. Goffmanis bangs the wall. Here comes Swank. Swank going to lead that time by. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Swank's going to lick the stamp, send it up the track, able to hit that cushion. Real nice out of 2. Oh, bangs the wall. That's going to check him up. Here comes Ryan Goffmanis. Back down into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Swank on the binders. He's got Cudney and Swank down low out of turn number 4. Going to be Little G at the line that time by as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track as Swank takes that point. Goffmanis is going to bang that bumper as here comes Cudney down low into turn number 3 and 4. Great battle as they come into turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, going to be Swank at the line that time by. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You like the dirt or the asphalt better? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Swank digging up on the high side. We got Cudney down low. Drag race out of turn number 2. A little bump draft and down the front straightaway at Eldora as Little G was all over the back of Swank. Here comes Inman. Oh, Little G into the back of Cudney. Inman going to take advantage, jump into third. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Going to be 3 laps to go at the line. 7 laps complete as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Eldora looking racy tonight. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn. Yeah, just this one. We're about to do some real life content though here soon. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be Swank leading the way. It won't be broadcast; it'll be more of a podcast style stuff. As Little G with the slide on Cudney bangs the wall. Cudney going to dig back in underneath, takes that number 2 spot as they head into 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be white flag. 1 lap to go. Swank leads the way. It's going to be Cudney, Little G, and Mason Inman. Your top 4. Cal Rudy trying to dig in as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Our B main warrior going to be Michael Swank. It's going to be Cudney, Little G, and Mason Inman going to the feature. Everybody else going home as that is the LCQ. What a race, man. This track is racy tonight. Well, we know what time it is, guys, right? It is time for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 8 machine, it is going to be Michael Hackett. Outside of him in the number 32 machine, it is going to be the nurse, Damian Ward. That was a great race. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 14 machine, it is going to be Ethan Bell. Outside of him, it's going to be the 916 of Nick Brundage. Starting inside, row number 3 in the number 8 machine, it is going to be Jacob Cannon. Outside of him in the 304, it's going to be Curtis Griffin. Starting inside, row number 4 in the number 12 machine, it's going to be Trey Pasica. Outside of him in the number 13 machine, it's going to be Aiden Hervey. Starting inside, row number 5 in the number 19 machine, it's going to be Ben Jolly. Outside of him in the number 14, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Starting inside, row number 6 in the number 44 Stuart Friesen machine, it's going to be Ryan Kuta. Outside of him in the number 9 machine, it's going to be Joseph Matthews. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, starting on the inside of row number 7 in the number 25 machine, it's going to be Robert Henderson. Outside of him in the number 71, it's going to be Brian Orto. Starting inside, row number 8 in that number 27 machine, our B main warrior, it's going to be Michael Swank. Outside of him in the number 25, it's going to be Kenny Cudney. And then rounding out the field here tonight in row number 8 on the inside in the number 2 machine, it's going to be Ryan Goffmanis. Outside of him in the number 51, it's going to be Mason Inman as we get ready for 50 laps here tonight as they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Hackett leading the way up on the top side, but here comes Ward and Bill down on the bottom side as they head through 3 and 4. Ethan Bill going to roll the bottom side through turn number 3 and 4. Can he lead it this time by as they come across the line? I'm not sure who had it, but they were 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Bill's going to fall back, and it is going to be Ward and Hackett for the lead into turn number 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. Who's going to get it this time by? Damian Ward is going to lead that time by into 1 and 2. Ward going to roll the bottom. Here comes Brundage digging up underneath, looking for the middle as Ethan Bill still down low, down the back straightaway. What's up, Demon? As they head through turn number 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. Battle for second as Hackett's going to hold on that time by. Aiden Hervey, that kid's been fast here lately. He has come out of nowhere in that number 13, digging on the outside, 3 wide as he gets to the outside of Hackett down into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Big run for Hervey. He's going to take the number 2 spot into 1 and 2. God dang, he's quick up on there on the top side. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be Hervey in the number 2 spot as Ward continues the lead. Battle's going to be for third. Here comes Brundage up underneath Hackett as they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Going to be Hackett at the line barely as they head into 1 and 2. Brundage going to send it up the track. Thought about a slide, but Hervey's going to grab the wall. No slide available, and Hackett's going to hold on down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for that number 3 spot. Oh no, Eden Bill up into the wall. They're 4 wide back here in the back. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at Brundage continuing to dig that bottom side. Can't clear the slider as we got a cluster behind this pack as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Right now, Peyton Hervey's up 6 spots in the number 2 position in that number 13. He is ripping here tonight, and let's take a look at these lap times. He was a little bit slower than Ward last time. Let's see what it looks like as Griffin going to toss it into third as they slide through turn number 3 and 4. Back with the cut down by Hackett as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Man, they are so close, but Ward is definitely starting to pull away as they're 3 wide for third down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Griffin going to slide up the track. Big cut down by Hackett. Brundage going to go low. They're 3 wide across the line for third into turn number 1 and 2. Brundage going to slide up the track. Here comes Hackett and Griffin. Down up underneath out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. I don't think Brundage knew they were 3 wide. What a move by Hackett. He goes all the way to the bottom out of turn 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Hackett thinks about the slide. It's not there. He's going to get in front of Griffin, though, as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're 3 wide behind him also. Talbot going to pull out, gets in line. Oh, contact as Griffin gets into the 8 of Hackett. Hackett in the wall. Caution flag comes out. Oh. Oh, Griffin just a little too high. Clips Hackett. Big wreck. Talbot going to get caught up in that as we get the caution flag here tonight for the first time as these guys are racing like crazy here tonight. We are, 10 laps into this one? Wow. I was just taking a sip of my water when you said that, Braden, and it almost came out my nose. Yeah, 10 laps. I for whatever reason, STK's been funny. It's been counting the caution laps until it resets. Oh, no. I think it's doing it on iRacing, too. It'll reset itself, though, when we go back green. This is it tonight. They got the Pro Series race over on the iRacing. It's the tournament this week for the Supers. It's the last week of the Pro Series. Next week, we will have at least Supers after the big block race. All right, so we got them down the back straightaway as these guys continue to argue on the radio. Let's take a listen to that.
Didn't you do that last week? Damn! Heard you're pretty good at throat boxing. Are you jealous because I won't do it to you? You weren't in this. You checked out on lap 1. Chill.
One to go up here in the fence. One to go.
All right, we were going back green flag. That was actually pretty funny. as they come out onto the track. Here comes Hackett out on the track. Tolbert still on pit road. He looks like he's pulling out as they head down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag this time by. We will see that lap counter reset, guys. Don't worry. I think we're only like 10 laps in, like 10 or 11 laps in, like Demon said, as we are looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. This top split official, Blake. Top split official. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's the opener for the big blocks. Brundage going to slide in front of Hervey. They're going to think about 4 wide into turn number 3 and 4. They are 4 wide, and it looks like 8 of Cannon going to back out of that one. Probably a smart move as they come down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Ward's going to continue to lead as they come down the back straightaway. Hervey in that number 3 spot as Brundage has taken that number 4 position. Oh, you just got the game? It is a C license for the big blocks, and it's top split. Just to give you an idea, like 4K is what and that's pretty low for top split. Down into turn number 3 and 4, going to be Damian Ward leading the way out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Brundage in second, Hervey in third, then Jolly in fourth. It does look like it has fixed itself. We are 15 laps complete as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead starting to brew as Brundage has caught Damian Ward. We'll see how that battle turns out as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Could be a good battle between those two as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Technically, some people are really good on it. Oh. Okay, so Ryan Goffmanis gets in the wall here. The chat is wild tonight, guys. All right, so Ryan's going to get the wall here, and we're going to watch Griffin and Hackett get together again. There wasn't a lot either driver could do here. I think Hackett's just frustrated at this point. So is Griffin. Oh, God. Big contact. Oh, no. Is this gonna be a big hit, or is he going to get a spun? Oh, he takes a pretty good lick into the outside wall. Hackett does as he goes around. He's going to go back down on pit road. Get some damage repaired. That is unfortunate for him. Griffin on pit road. Tolbert on pit road. But, yeah, we got a couple guys that play on control that are really good, but most are not. If you tune in Wednesday, probably, if he shows up, Timothy Mesmer, he runs on controller, and he's really good. But he's a rarity. And you got to get those settings just right to make it work. All right, they should get the one to go at the line this time by as D Ward is going to lead the way. Brundage in second. Let's see if Hervey able to take advantage like Brundage was on the last restart and get himself back up into that number 2 spot. It looked like he wasn't quite as quick as he was before the caution flag. So we'll see what happens as these guys are going to pull off a pit road and looking for that green flag. That's because Timothy has grip hacks. All right, down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be pace truck pulling in, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Great start by Brundage up on the outside. He's going to have a good run out of 2. Put the pressure on Ward. Oh, Ward grabs the wall. Brundage backs out as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Ben Jolly going to jump up into that number 3 spot as Hervey's going to drop back as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Here comes Brundage trying to look up underneath Ward. Ward's going to be able to escape out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Pulls away as we got a stack up for that number 3 spot. Looked like Jolly might have gotten the wall or a little too sideways there. They're going to be 3 wide for third, almost out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2. Hervey's going to toss it up. Licks the stamp, sends it up to the wall. Here comes the cut down by Jolly. Jolly going to dig up underneath down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for third. Jolly up the track. Here comes Hervey back down low out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Great battle for third as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Hervey going to slide up nice and easy. Bangs the cushion out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Jolly back up underneath into 3 and 4. Jolly couldn't get the slider, but Hervey's going to get the wall. And 3 and 4. Jolly Jolly going to take advantage. He's going to be in the third spot that time by. Battle for the lead definitely starting to brew as here comes Brundage. He's found a little something in the middle as we got passing still going as Ethan Bill looking to get up into the number 3 spot. He's going to get a twofer into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track, cut down on a turn number 4. Great battle for third as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Jolly going to send it up the track, slides up the track, doubles cut down as here comes Hervey and Ethan Bill. And it looked like Jolly might have got the wall a little bit as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead has calmed down a little bit. We're going to stay on the battle for third. This is a wild one as they head into turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, if you're in the lead, you love what's going on back here. Yeah, I'm running this in bands. Oh, yeah, of course. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Out of turn number 4, there goes Brundage looking for the lead again. As they come down the front straightaway. Brundage going to try and dig a lane lower than Damian Ward, not able to do it. He's going to run the cut down out of turn number 2, not able to take advantage of Hackett. Going to have more issues than 1 and 2. What happened to Hackett here? And more issues with him and Curtis. No caution flag, but we're going to go take a... Oh, he blinked out. Oh, he blinked. He blinked out, and he's probably pissed. Colin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. As we move back up for the battle for third, it is insane as they come out of turn number 4. Right? Down into turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Oh my God, this is getting crazy. Trey Fazika has joined the party as they head through turn number 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. Let's see. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by E. Bill. Up the track. Hervey back with the cut down. Thank you for the like, Braden. Braden jumped over on TikTok as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. What a battle all the way through the field as they come out of 2. Oh, Hervey going to get the wall. Here comes E. Bill back up underneath. Battle for third on back has been epic all night long as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Hervey going to have it at the line that time by. He's going to send it into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track, bangs the wall way too hard. Easy cut down by Bill out of turn number 2. Yeah, it's iRacing. Thank you, Braden. Yeah, Facebook can be funny sometimes. Down into turn number 1 and 2, going to be E-Bill in that number 3 spot. Hervey in 4th as Ben Jolly going to bang the wall. Here comes Fazika down low into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Oh, Jolly gets the wall as they come into turn number 4. Banging off the wall. And look at this. Inman up 11 spots up into that number 7 spot as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. I don't know what to watch here as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Inman. Inman looks to toss it up the track. Gonna try to thread it. He does as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. E-Bill gonna bang the wall. That's gonna open the door for Hervey as we got issues in the back. Kuta goes around. No caution. Oh, there's the caution flag. And he almost got smoked by Hackett. Let's see what happens to Ryan Kuta here. Yeah, I get that, Braden. You're on your way back. Oh, no. Kuta goes around. Caution flag comes out here for the 3rd time tonight. And it has definitely been a wild one here. Phenomenal racing. What's up, Penis Pump? What's up, buddy? You come in just in time for the end of this one, and it's going to get wild. At least from 3rd on back. This is going to be interesting. How hard has Ward and Brundage been pushing it? I would guess they haven't been pushing it too hard. I'm sure they've been working together, been a little bit easy being teammates out there on the track. So they may have a little bit more tire than everybody else, but we're going to find out. This could be interesting. We could see some comers and goers when we look for the green flag. I am interested. You'd guess 80%, yeah. Yeah, I know they're working together, so I don't think they were pushing it too hard up at the front. Definitely a coincidence. I don't think Hackett realizes he blinked out. All right, so Damian Ward going to lead the way. Let's see, will they get the one to go? They do get the one to go this time as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to stack it back up. This is it tonight. This is it tonight. Penis pop. Yeah, you were stuck back. That was it is pretty wild out there tonight. Yeah, Ward's been doing good. I'll tell you what though, Brundage I think has some speed. Ward might have to worry about this one. If the pressure gets hard now that he's got Hervey and Ethan Bill behind him, it is going to get awfully interesting here. I think Brundage has the speed to get around Ward right now, and that could be trouble. Yeah, definitely. You know, you can always watch the replays on YouTube, right? You got Swank. Swank is, he's made it up 6 spots to 9th. He was our B main warrior tonight. All right, pace car going to pull in, looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as Ward's going to get a phenomenal jump down into 1 and 2. Brundage going to get in line. These two want to get away from the field as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes E-Bill. He's going to join the party into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. 3 and 4 wide through the field as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Aaron, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. That was a great restart. That was the best they could hope for. Here comes Brundage. Brundage looking for the lead. And in turn number 3 and 4, he's going to slide up in front of Ward. Ward going to come up back with the cut down out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Big run. Down into 1 and 2. Easily takes the lead back as they head through 1 and 2. Here comes E-Bill as Swank is navigating through the field. He is up to the number 8 spot. He is looking for more as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 13 laps to go. Down into turn number 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. It is chaos in the back of the pack. I got a feeling we may get another caution here tonight. It is absolutely crazy back here in the pack as they come out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Brundage and Ward starting to pull away again. And how about Mason Inman up 13 spots up into the number 5 position and looking for more as he looks up underneath Hervey into turn number 3 and 4. Swank going to follow suit as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Looking for the line. Here comes Inman. Inman up underneath into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Hervey trying to find his way around E-Bill as they head into turn number 3 and 4. That's blocking Inman a little bit. Inman going to run a little bit lower out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Battle for that number 4 spot as they head into 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straight. Yeah, they are. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be, Hervey, almost a little bit of over rotation out of turn number 4. Able to keep the spot as they head into 1 and 2. They're also working with Kmart. That is hilarious. Oh, a little bit of contact there for the number 3 spot. Here comes Hervey. He's going to slide up the track. Hits the cushion and the wall as Bill digs back underneath out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Top 2 pulling away with 8 laps to go. Battle is for second on back as Hervey's got to back out of it as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Does anybody have anything in this top 5? I don't know if Edmund's got anything left. He's had to have used a lot of that car up trying to get up through the field. He came from way back in the pack, and he is starting to lose a little bit of ground on E-Bill and Hervey as they head into turn number 3 and 4. E-Bill going to bang the wall just a tick as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Going to be 6 laps to go into 1 and 2. That's exactly what's going on right now. 100%. Top 2 are teammates. Out of turn number 4, cut down by Hervey trying to get up underneath E-Bill. Can't quite get there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Battle for that number 3 spot. Hervey wants it. He's going to ship it into turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track. He's got to keep it out of the wall. He does this time. Cut down by E-Bill. E-Bill gets it back into 1 and 2. but definitely a better run for Herbie. That's going to put him in a better spot on a turn number 2. E-Bill slides up the track. Good run on a turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go at the line as we got a battle for the lead. As Brundage is up underneath Ward. Let's go to that as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Brundage trying to dig up underneath Ward down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to 2 to go. Brundage going to send it up the track. He's going to keep it down low. Drag race out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Down and yellow, yellow, yellow. That is not what we wanted to see. That is not what we wanted to see. Let's see what happened. Oh, Tolbert gets on the wall. Oh, Matthews and Swank get into it. Oh, the field piles in. Oh no, Talbot's gonna get the wall. He's gonna grab the wall. This wall will grab you and will not let it go. We're gonna go up. Let's go to the chopper cam. He's gonna grab this wall out of turn number 2. So easy to do this. Grabs the wall and it just sucks you in. Matthews nowhere to go, is going to get into him. Nowhere for Swank to go. Here comes Cannon. He's going to get hit from behind. He's going to get into that. Matthews is going to get some more. Little G behind him. Oh my God. Griffin came in and absolutely smoked Talbot there late. And Cudney, with a beautiful job, makes it through that one. What a driving job by Cudney to avoid that. Does he get it all? Does he avoid it all? He's going to get some contact here. Oh, Cudney almost made it all the way through that without any contact. That was amazing. All right, sounds like we are going 1 to go. It's going to be a single file restart as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Green, white checker. 2 laps to go. Two laps to go as they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that. I think they do the green white checker in this now. Green flag is out. It's been a while since we had this situation. Yeah, green flag is out as they head into 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh no, Pasica gonna grab the wall in number 12, able to pull it off out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. E-Bill gonna go all the way to the bottom out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go down into turn number 1 and 2. Damian Ward at this point just needs to be smooth as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Nobody has anything for Damian Ward as he leads. Green to checkered. It is going to be Damian Ward, Nick Brundage, Ethan Bill, Hervey, Mason Inman, your top 5. I'll tell you what, hell of a run by Mason Inman. All right, it is going to be Damian Ward with the win. Nick Brundage in second. E-Bill in third. Aiden Hervey in fourth. Mason Inman fifth. Going to be Ben Jolly in that number 6 spot. Trey Pasica in seventh. Going to be Michael Swank, and then somebody else might have grabbed a lap from him at one point, but it was pretty close. Going to be Michael Swank in that number 8 spot. Robert Henderson, phenomenal run for him in 9th. Brian Orto 10th. Little G in 11th. Going to be Ryan Guta in that number 12 spot. Kenny Cudney 13th. Hackett 14th. Matthews 15th. Jacob Cannon 16th. Peyton Talbot in 17th. And Curtis Griffin in that number 18 spot. Let's go see if these guys are in Discord and pull them in. What a race here tonight. All right, man. It's pretty boring in the top 2, but third on back. E-Bill, you had your work cut out for you tonight just to get third. Got me. Oh. You know, I didn't even realize I wasn't in here. It's been one of those nights. I pulled you guys in and I start talking. I'm like, I'm not even in the broadcast booth. Good run. Kind of a boring race up at the front. I know you guys probably didn't think so, but E-Bill, man, you had some chaos back there. Man, they made you work for that third place.
Yeah, we were pretty drunk in the beginning. Kind of had to wait for the car to come to life, and then once the track started getting the way it was, I wanted to run cut down, but I couldn't with Aiden breathing on my neck right there. So I just kind of had to take the long way around and just hold on.
He just said fun race, and honestly, you guys had a phenomenal race for third place. I think you both raced each other pretty clean there, and man, back and forth. But you know, one thing I've seen, and it's looks like it's been doing it a lot lately. These races are getting a little bit racier. We're seeing a little bit more passing. Eldora's been known to be locked down to the top, but this track we've seen comers and goers, and it looked pretty racy through the night.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. I mean, Eldora is not really my best track. I tend to struggle there a lot, but no, and use Monday night shows.
Yeah, I don't know what I got going on here, but my stream is actually dropping, but I'm recording this. If I want to put it up, that is weird. There it goes. It's coming back. But good run here tonight. Nick Brundage, I thought you had a little bit of speed here for Damian Ward, but couldn't seem to quite get around him. I know you guys teammates trying not to race each other too hard, but that 916 was fast tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty hard when, Damien and I we're on the same stuff, and at a track like that, it's hard to, try to, pinch the car off or change lanes when it's really fast on the top. So the only shot I had was at the end there, and I got a terrible restart. So it was fun race.
Yeah, it's so hard. I know you guys are probably running a very similar set, and that might be roboting right now. I'm definitely packet dropping. You guys run at least a very similar set. How hard does that make it to pass when you're racing a teammate? You want to make it clean. You're on a similar set, and really, you guys are going to be running a similar line most of the race.
Surprisingly, like with Damien and I, it's not hard. Normally it's either he's just better or I'm just better. And like a race like that actually doesn't really happen all the time. Like if Damien's way out front, sometimes I'm struggling and vice versa. So I'm just glad we were able to race each other up front this time.
Yeah, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Shout out to everyone at CFM, Blake for the setups, Trey, Curtis, Damien, all my real life sponsors, Capital District Towing, Half Moon Evergreen, Miller Motorsports. Shout out to you for streaming.
Appreciate you guys, and I think we're all dying for a little bit of real life racing now. We all wait for off season, and then we're ready for real life racing once we get a month or two in. But good run here tonight. Damian Ward taking the W here tonight. The nurse is in, doing house calls now.
Here, yeah, we're doing house calls right anywhere we need to go.
Man, that thing was ripping all night long. You got that lead, never really looked back. You had a little bit of back and forth with Brundage, but it seemed like, it was just all momentum for you guys up front. So he'd make the slide and you'd be able to cut down. And it was just so hard to break the momentum to keep one of you in the lead. Once you were in the lead, it was hard to lose it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Blake over at CFM's got us dialed in this week. Normally we're not far off, and this week we are more than spot on. And me and Nick were really able to let the cars do a lot of the driving for itself. But when you put someone good like me or Nick behind the wheel, we'll put it where it needs to be. And Blake did his part, we did our part, and it showed. We were gone most of the night. I think we went uncontested, to be honest. And I know some people got in wrecks and they think that they could have contested, but personally, I don't think they had a chance in hell.
Well, early on there, it looked like Aiden might have had something for you guys, but might have burned up his stuff a little bit there early on. He was the only one that really seemed to stay with you guys for a little bit. Did that make you nervous having one more person there? Because, we all seen how it was in the back of the pack. Having that one extra person, those sliders and chaos could definitely catch a front left front, put somebody in the wall. It's easy to catch that wall coming out of turn two. How nervous does it make you when you have somebody else up in the front there that all of a sudden is starting to contend?
I think staying not nervous definitely helps. When I see Nikki B behind me, I definitely got nervous, but I don't think there ain't many people that get in my head. So if I stay calm, cool, and collected, I normally can keep it off the walls and away from the donuts.
I'll tell. Aiden said he hit the wall too many times. He's got the same problem as me. He's got the speed, but doesn't have the consistency. But I think he's going to get it. He's pretty quick.
All that it takes is practice.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of it.
Well, great run here tonight. Definitely a phenomenal run for you guys. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to thank Majulis C Speed Shop, Blake Majulis, all the guys over there, all the guys back in our Discord, Trey, Curtis, Nikki B, you for putting on the stream, everybody that comes out and watches week in and week out, and Rocky Photography. Who else do I have on the car that I feel is important to say? All of the Majulis C house sponsors, WR1, Tech 3, Ben Jolly for the beautiful wrap after right rearing me in the race last week and feeling bad, so giving me a free one. It looks beautiful. Definitely worth missing one of the openers. Yeah, other than that, we're just gonna keep our head down and keep on trucking. We got points to pay attention to now.
Well, great run here tonight, and we will see you next week, I'm sure.
See you will, Volusia. Love to hear it.
All right, bud. Have a good one. Thank you.
You as well, James. Have a great night.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight, guys. Just want to give you guys a reminder once again, go check out Felix Wild Racing. Definitely a tragic event for them. Go give him your prayers and let him know that he is in your thoughts, him, his family, the friend of the family's family, and definitely a tragic event there for Felix Wild Racing and those guys up there. Phenomenal group. But guys, that's going to be it here for tonight. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.